Good afternoon, viewers in Indonesia and Singapore. Market Headlines is ready to provide a number of informations from the business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Wicky Adrian, this is Market Headlines. The government, through the Ministry of Industry, continues to encourage the revival of the machinery industry, especially for small and medium industry players to survive amid the pressure of COVID-19 pandemic.
The Ministry of Industry continues to boost the revival of small and medium industry players, especially machinery products that have been affected by COVID-19. One of the ways is by promoting domestic machine products through various e-commerce and digital markets. Minister of Industry Agus Gumiwang Kartasasmita said that the development of the machine industry through a digital system is very important, especially now that based on data from Bank of Indonesia, there has been a surge in online transactions of up to 18%.
Kita tahu bahwa produk-produk mesin ini yang sebetulnya menjadi barang modal dari proses produksi merupakan hal yang sangat penting, rangkaian dalam proses produksi, dan kita masih banyak sekali melakukan import untuk memasukkan barang-barang modal ke Indonesia. Ini merupakan program yang tidak terpisahkan atau akan mendukung program yang ada di Kementerian Perindustrian yang disebut dengan program substitusi impor 35% pada tahun 2022.
By boosting the development of the Indonesian machine industry, it is hoped that it can increase sales of machines in Indonesia to reach 50 billion rupiah. From Jakarta, Ade Firmansyah for IDX Channel.
Central Bank assessed that August trade surplus can maintain Indonesia's external economic resilience against a backdrop of global economic moderation.
Statistic Indonesia, or BPS, revealed that Indonesia's trade balance in August 2020 experienced a surplus $2.33 billion. The number came with an export value of $13.16 billion and imports at $10.74 billion. Executive Director of the Central Bank Communication Department, Oni Wijanarko, stated that August trade surplus can maintain Indonesia's external economic resilience against a backdrop of global economic condition. Furthermore, Central Bank keeps its commitment to continue to strengthen policy synergy with the government and related authorities to increase external resilience, including in maintaining the prospects for trade balance performance. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
Coordinating Minister for Economic Affairs Erlangga Hartarto revealed that Indonesia's economic potential of the digital sector reached $133 billion or almost 2,000 trillion rupiah.
Coordinating Minister for Economic Affairs Erlangga Hartarto revealed that Indonesia's economic potential of the digital sector reached $133 billion or almost 2,000 trillion rupiah. Regarding that, the government will keep striving to bolster digital transformation. The minister added that the transformation was also accelerated in line with the pressures caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Meantime, referring to data on public accessibility, 180 million Indonesians have internet access, and active internet users amounted to 150 million people, while 105 million people, or 39% of the total population, are online service users. Additionally, based on the infrastructure of information and communication technology, 4G internet network has been available in 49.3% of the country's areas. As many as 70,000 villages, or 84.92%, have also enjoyed 4G services. He claimed that the government is determined to continue the development of digital infrastructures, including expanding the 4G network to the rest of 12,000 villages. In the same time, the government has also stated to continuously preparing a 5G network gradually, and the trials will be prioritized in integrated industry areas for the Industry 4.0. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
Coordinating Minister of Maritime and Investments Luhut Binsar Panjaitan announced that Indonesia has set a goal to produce 811 lithium battery technology starting in 2024.
Coordinating Minister of Maritime and Investments Luhut Binsar Panjaitan announced that Indonesia has set a goal which will hope to see the country produce the latest 811 lithium battery technology starting in 2024. The minister stated that the government have inked the deal to develop lithium batteries with LG Chemical and CATL. Luhut said that apart from the project scale and timeline, the agreement also oversees the investment and incentives. The South Korean and Chinese firms mentioned by the minister are known suppliers for global car manufacturer electric-powered vehicle. The strategy coincides with the government's attempt to boost the battery industry's downstream. Luhut also addressed Indonesia's tendency to export raw materials, which he finds unfortunate, as he believes domestic processing of these raw materials will have a greater benefit for Indonesia's industry. This initiative has sparked the establishment of a copper smelter located in central Halmahera, as it is close to where the raw materials are mined in Timika. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
Just like two sides of the same coin, there are positive and negative sides on Jakarta's large-scale social restriction implementation. Economic observers have said that it may lead into recession, but on the other hand, it may suppress wider COVID-19 transmission.
Large-scale social restrictions Volume 2 in Jakarta have begun to be a concern for many parties, including government, businessmen, and economists. From economic observer perspective, Jakarta, as the city that contributes 17% of Indonesia's economic growth, can affect national economy as a whole. Core Indonesia economic observer Yusuf Randi stated that it will have an impact on Indonesia's economic growth in vain, especially in September when the large-scale social restrictions is reimposed. The economy will run slowly as well as the national economic recovery, as there will be minimal economic activity in Jakarta. However, Yusuf Randi is aware that the implementations of large-scale social restrictions is actually needed to be done, because one way of economic recovery is by controlling the spread of COVID-19 so it will not get wider. If it was successfully suppressed, economic activity would return to normal again.
BB ini proses pemulihan ekonomi akan berjalan lebih lambat dan potensi secara nasional terjadinya resesi atau pertumbuhan ekonomi yang minus selama 2 kuartal berturut-turut itu akan semakin besar untuk terjadi. Namun demikian, kalau kita melihat jika melihat kasus yang semakin meningkat, penerapan PSBB ini memang perlu dilakukan oleh pemerintah daerah. Ini semacam pil pahit yang harus diminum gitu.
He worried that slowing down economic activity in Jakarta can lead into minus Indonesia's economic growth, which can lead into recession. Jakarta, Muhammad Olga for IDX Channel.
Market Headlines will be right back after the break. Stay tuned.
Market hari ini sudah dibuka dan menghijau. Begitu Anda ada di zona positif, akankah ini terus berlanjut?
Saya masih mencermati untuk saham-saham ini ya, tambangan, saham alam putra nih ya, asli kan kemarin belum naik, ini potensi naik.
Baik saja tidak cukup, kita harus betul-betul memahami lingkungan bisnis global yang lebih baik, plus di dalam negerinya sosiologi dan antropologi, supaya totalitas kita membantu petani secara efektif.
Kita memang ketahanan pangan, tetapi kita menuju ke kedaulatan pangan.
Ada shadow power yang mendikte pembangunan sektor pertanian bukan oleh Kementerian Pertanian.
DKI Jakarta akan kembali menerapkan pembatasan sosial berskala besar.
Kita akan menarik rem darurat, yang itu artinya kita terpaksa kembali menerapkan pembatasan sosial berskala besar.
Bagaimana Anda melihat kondisi dari pandemi COVID-19 sampai sejauh ini?
Yang paling akan langsung terkena dampaknya adalah orang-orang yang bekerja di sektor informal.
Adikarya komitmennya kemanapun dan apapun yang akan dibangun oleh negara, kita akan siap mendukung. Kita juga saat ini punya proyek di ujung Banda Aceh dan juga punya proyek di Papua.
Welcome back. Industry Minister Agus Gumiwang Kartasasmita plans to give tax relaxation on new car. Minister saw this as way out to save automotive industry in the midst of pandemic.
Minister of Industry Agus Gumiwang Kartasasmita asked the Minister of Finance Sri Mulyani Indrawati to reduce tax on new car until December 2022. For your information, luxury car tax in Indonesia is around 15% to 75%, depending on the car types, and the minister is about to eliminate it to be 0%. Efforts to put a 0% on luxury car tax is aligned with expectations to boost people's purchasing power. The goal is to recover sales of automotive products that have been crashed down during the coronavirus pandemic. He explained that the manufacturing industry, especially automotive industry, has a multiplier effect, starting from absorbing a large number of workers and empowering other business actors. From all sources, IDX Channel.
Yeah, 2020 is indeed a rough year as coronavirus happens without any warning. Its manifestation has resulted in supply chain breaks, delays in production schedules, and market uncertainty for business in nearly every sector. One of the sectors is automotive industry. Even though after a rough 9 months, automotive industry have destructed heavily, but finally monthly car sales have indeed experienced an upward trend since at least June 2020. Let's see last month car sales performance to get a deeper view. As you can see, this is the August 2020 car sales. For the retail sales month on month or month to month trend wise, it was increased 5.2%, and also the wholesale segment also increased to 5.2%. But for the total automotive sales, it is declined significantly to 58%. And we cannot even deny that even it is progressing, but it is still far away from last year's performance. Annual sales are still experiencing a deep decline. Automotive industry has been hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic as demand for vehicles has fallen. See this thing, government finds way out to help the industry. One of the ways by lowering luxury tax on new car up to 0%. Yes, you heard it right, 0%. Lower luxury tax aims at boosting sales and improving domestic automotive industry amid pandemic, according to Industry Minister Agus Gumiwang Kartasasmita. So the question is, how bad is the car sales so that government is willing to offer such attractive offer? Let's see the answer through the next graphic. This is the car sales in the midst of pandemic from January to August 2020. As you can see, in 2019 for the wholesale segment, it was sold as much as 664,134 units. For retail segment, it was sold in 2019, of course, from January to August as much as 679,263. Meantime, for the wholesale segment in 2020, from January to August, it was declined as much as 51.3% to 323,507 units. Meantime, for the retail segment, it was also declined to as much as 46.4% to 364,043 units. We gathered the data from Gaikindo. For information, in Indonesia, people who buy new cars are subjected to sales tax on luxury goods as stipulated in Government Regulation number 73 of 2019 between 10% to 70%. The rate is adjusted to the maximum load per vehicle as well as the contents of the cylinder. To see how much the rate is, let's see the next graphic. This is luxury car tax specification. 10% will be subjected to the car that carry 1 to 15 passengers. For the CC as much as 1,500 CC. Meantime, for the vehicle that carry 10 passengers, as much as 20%. For wheel drive, 1,500 cc carry 10 passengers, as much as 30%. Meantime, for four-wheel drive, as much as 40%. And on the next slide, this is another tax that had been subjected to the luxury car. As much as 50% tax will be subjected to vehicles for golfing. Meantime, 60% tax will be subjected to vehicles for snow, beach, and mountain riding, and 70% will be subjected to four-wheel drive for more than 3,000 cc vehicles. As currently, automotive industry is less encouraging, therefore, government is trying to offer the buyers with sweet discount. In this case, we can see that government is about to go extra by eliminating those luxury tax on new cars to be 0%. And let's see what exactly government elaborates in the next graphic. This is the statement of Minister of Industry, Agus Gumiwang Kartasasipita. He said that this could help the growth of the manufacturing industry in the automotive sector. And we are aware that automotive industry has so many derivatives. There are first tier, second tier, and so on. And actually, tax deduction is not a new discourse. Previously, the thing related to tax deduction has been delivered by Toyota Motor Manufacturing Indonesia's Director of Administration, Cooperation and External Relations, Bob Azam. According to him, the automotive industry currently needs a stimulus from the government in order to increase purchasing power. Luckily, Bob Azam's statement is hand in hand with government's statement right now. Industry Ministry has submitted the luxury tax proposal to Finance Ministry for approval. To be decided or not, only time will tell. We hope automotive industry will move forward and will survive this dramatic commercial turbulence. Stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.
Adi akan ada proyek bikin hunian atau tempat tinggal?
Konsepnya adalah membawa kemudahan masyarakat sekitar Jakarta untuk bekerja di pusat kota. Total saat ini Adik Komputer Property mengembangkan 11 titik ya. Kalau Mas baru beli sekarang mungkin udah ke 3.000 sekian pembeli.
Kita bisa mulai merasakan fase 1 di tahun berapa?
Di tahun 2021.
Hello, I'm Clara Antawijaya. I'm Associate Producer and News Presenter on Market Headlines. As Market Headlines starts at 4:30 p.m., which is in line with the closing market, therefore we summarize the market conditions only for you. And my job in here as a journalist, I give concise and accurate news for the audience. And also, being a journalist is not only a job for me, but it is also a passion.
Saat ini lebih mudah untuk mendapatkan informasi mengenai perkembangan ekonomi dan bisnis di Indonesia dengan aplikasi IDX Channel. mulai dari berita, makro dan mikroekonomi, politik hingga hiburan. Anda juga dapat berbagi artikel, foto, dan video ke semua platform media sosial yang Anda miliki. Beragam informasi hari ini bisa di-download di dalam aplikasi idxchannel.com. IDX Channel, Your Trustworthy Economic, Business, and Capital Market Channel.
Welcome back. At the Jakarta Composite Index intraday movement, we're going to see the updated data. And earlier today, JCI was open at the level of 5,018.13, and then approaching the closing time of the session, the index was on the level of 5,063.13. Then the index was showing weakening trend by the second session closing time. Index was closed at the level of 5,058.49. And in short, JCI went down 0.83%. And next, we're going to see the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollar, open at the level of 14,844. Rupiah was also showing weakening trend towards US dollar. It was closed at the level of 14,879. In summary, rupiah went down 0.02. Recent studies say that antiviral drug Avigan has shown to be effective against COVID-19. And the good news is Kimia Pharma has finally produced Avigan tablets domestically.
Minister of State-Owned Enterprises Eric Thohir said that the subsidiary of Biopharma, namely Kimia Pharma, has been able to produce Favipiravir under the Avigan brand in the country. For your information, Avigan is a brand name of a drug, Favipiravir. It was developed by what is known as Fujifilm Toyama Chemical and approved for the use in Japan in 2014.
Alhamdulillah kemarin Kimia Pharma sudah bisa memproduksi Avigan yang selama ini impor, masuk kategori Favipiravir. Mohon maaf kalau salah menyebutkan karena bukan ahlinya. Sekarang sudah bisa buat sendiri. Karena kita tidak mau terus bergantung kepada tadi bahan baku impor. Dan kita terus melanjutkan bagaimana riset-riset juga kepada herbal yang bisa membantu tadi.
Eric Thohir stated that by these local productions of Avigan, Indonesia is expected to reduce reliance on imported antiviral drugs, especially to handle COVID-19 patients. From Jakarta, Ricky Anwardi for IDX Channel.
Listed company Astra International reported sharp drops within 8 months in car sales. Up to August 2020, car sales went down 51.7% year-on-year.
Coronavirus pandemic has made car sales of Astra International this year less encouraging. As a proof, car sales in the first 8 months, which is January to August, were only 166,418 units. This number went down more than a half compared to last year, which was 344,581 units. Although it is still down from the last year's sales, the positive trend is overshadowing Astra car sales, given that last June car sales have always been up. Even this August, Astra car sale grew by 65.41% compared to the previous months, where in July 2020, Astra was only able to sell 10,000 units. From all sources, IDX Channel.
Pharmaceutical company Kalbe Pharma stated supplement products have contributed 10% to 15% of total revenue throughout 2020.
Consumer demands for vitamins is increasing as customers look for supporting their immune health, boost overall wellness, and reduce anxiety in the face of COVID-19 pandemic. Not to waste the opportunity, President Director of Kalbe Pharma, Vijongtius, currently produces many vitamins, supplement, and herbal products that function to increase immunity. From a business perspective, COVID-19 is significantly increasing Kalbe Pharma commercial activity, particularly in the consumer sector. Kalbe Pharma recorded sales contributions from supplement products is about 10% to 15% of the total sales. Health product segment increased by 6.7%, up to 2.07 trillion rupiah. While for the nutrition segment also experienced an increase in sales, which increased 2.23% to 3.21 trillion rupiah. From all sources, IDX Channel.
The state-owned airline company Garuda Indonesia will continue to seek loan disbursements from the government to support the company's operational activities amid the coronavirus pandemic. Based on the company's explanation regarding the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, the company continues to hold intensive discussions with the Indonesian government as the company shareholder. The discussion aims to obtain the support needed in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. Previously, the government has allocated 8.5 trillion rupiah bailout funds. Regarding this, Garuda expects a bailout to help the company in maintaining liquidity and solvency in 2020 until 2023. Meantime, President Director of Garuda Indonesia, Irfan Setiaputra, said that until now the disbursement of funds had not been made, but he ensures that currently the process is still being discussed with the government. And step aside from market condition as coronavirus pandemic takes big role on current economic situation. And here it is, an update data about coronavirus globally. And the news close our market headlines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic, business and capital market channel. I'm Wicky Adrian. Have a nice evening.
Saya Mirna Miras,
saya seorang fashion designer, khususnya wedding attire. Saya memulai karir saya sejak 8 atau 9 tahun yang lalu hingga sekarang. Untuk baju, khususnya wedding yang pernah saya buat, kira-kira sudah ribuan kali ya.